that goes behind, no, there's two ordinances in the beginning of your new business, and this is number 3 ordinance behind it. No, it's just have 1, 2, and 3, and then resolutions. Nope, back it up. Because the ordinances always go before the resolutions, so. That's resolution. So it should go right behind that. Right there. And that has to be read as an emergency. So we need a motion for an emergency, then emergency for the legislation. Right. Andy, is Haber going to open up after tomorrow? Oh, really? Ooh. Well, it's kind of a mixed blessing that they get it fixed, and then maybe it'll flow better. Things will drain maybe better. This is the worst time to be doing this stuff. When I woke up and was leaving my house this morning, somebody shared with me. Lowe's was cheaper than Amazon for black metal mailboxes. That really shocked me because usually Lowe's is not the cheapest.
I call this meeting to order. Would you rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Bustos? Here. Henning?
Here.
Gorman?
Here.
McDowell?
Here.
Kelly?
Here.
York?
Here.
And Farmer.
Here. First matter of business tonight is a special presentation on age-friendly initiative in Clayton, and I will turn that over to our new development director.
Perfect. Good evening, everyone. My name is Colin Carville. I am the Development Director for the City of Clayton. Happy to speak to you this evening about our age-friendly initiative that we're trying to launch, get off the ground here, and happy to answer any questions at the end of my presentation or when we go over the resolution here. Just a little, yep, it's on, but we should be good. Perfect. Okay. So just a little background on the age-friendly initiative. So it is kind of founded and governed by AARP. It was founded in 2012, so still relatively new initiative here across the country. Even more new, it was Ohio was recently joined in 2025, late 2025. Joined kind of the state network of AARP, age-friendly. So it's really relatively new in Ohio. A lot of our surrounding communities are joining this network. It's just a great thing to be a part of. Their main focus is to support local, regional, and state governments in their commitment to being more livable for all people of all ages. So even though we kind of target that older, aging community, the main focus is to be receptive to all ages here in Clayton, just to make people want to stay here for the long term. So there's no fee to join this organization, and but there's some questions. Why should we join? So the main motivator for Clayton is there's access to grant funding, both locally, state, and hopefully at the federal level here in the future. There's a wonderful donator that donates, I believe, $150,000 every single year to the Dayton Foundation that's dispersed throughout the various communities that are involved in this age-friendly network. So once we're if the resolution is passed this evening and we're admitted to the age-friendly network, we're going to have access to those funds. So kind of what those funds are used for, the first step, it would be a community needs assessment survey that I would be heading, and that would just kind of assess what's Clayton doing really well as far as being a city that people can age correspondingly in, as well as, what things can we improve on, what can we direct our attention towards. So it's great to give us that kind of information. It also gives us access to expert-led webinars and also support from professionals in that network, just to kind of bounce ideas off each other, what's working, what's not, just so our funds that we do receive are being utilized well. And after we kind of complete that community needs assessment, we already have a wonderful kind of volunteer worker in our community, Mary Garman, who heads ThriveWise 360. I'm not sure if she's here this evening, but she'll be. Hi, Mary. She will be speaking after my presentation, just kind of about what ThriveWise 360 is about, and what great activities she does put on over at Meadowbrook for us. So. And then just kind of one of the glaring statistics about another reason, motivator, why we should join. In 2034, the nation will have more citizens that are over 65 than under 18. So United States are an aging community, and it's appropriate that in our planning practices and our development practices, we kind of mirror that. So here's just a look of the tentative timeline. I have a little more kind of more drawn out process in a later slide, but essentially we'd get enrolled if a resolution is passed here this evening with AARP, and then I'd directly apply for the grant funding to fund that community needs assessment. That community needs assessment will kind of give us some target areas to work on, and we'll develop an action plan to address those areas. And then we'll year 3 to 5 is kind of implementing those practices that we learned from the community needs assessment and from our action plan. Some of the things that the community needs assessment will look at as part of being an age-friendly community is transportation, communication, social inclusion, health services, our housing inventory, how we're doing on housing, how our outdoor spaces and parks are being utilized. So as basically 8 different sections that it looks at to give kind of full encompass of what makes a great community like Clayton. So that's a great thing to focus on here. So once again, that last kind of final steps here. If a resolution is passed here this evening, I'll be applying directly to AARP for admission to the network. That review process takes plus or minus 2 months, usually less. At my previous location at Beaver Creek, I believe it took a month and a half to be accepted. So we'll get accepted to AARP, and then staff will immediately apply for that grant funding and then start pursuing that community needs assessment. So there's the path is kind of laid out for us. It's not trying to reinvent the wheel, what's worked previously. So definitely have the steps ahead of me to get us there, and hopefully that resolution gets passed this evening to enable me to take us there. So happy to let Mary speak a little bit of ThriveWise and give her a little bit of time. But thank you so much, and happy to answer any questions that you all have. Of course.
Well, good evening. I think if you all remember, I was here about a year ago and described the program ThriveWise 360. And in essence, we're a group of professionals. Many of us who work with the team are nurses by background. We've lived and worked in the community. I've been actually in healthcare for over 40 years. I actually was with Premier and had responsibility for Samaritan North and then transitioned to Miami Valley North. So many, many years within the Clayton community and working in the healthcare space. So what we do with ThriveWise is we help people navigate aging with wisdom and wellness. And we take all of the, we take actually a wheel of health, a wheel of life, which has all kinds of aspects that kind of tie right in with that domain. And we do education programs every month at Meadowbrook. And I have to tell you, it's been a wonderful venue for us to work with. And Elaine has just been a tremendous sponsor and support. We have touched the lives of probably over 100 individuals now, and sometimes people think of senior programs as those who are on the later end of life, and quite frankly, we've been able to attract people of all ages and many generations through the work that we've done. As was mentioned before, it's been all volunteer-based. We do a luncheon, we start out with a luncheon, and then I've been able to line up a number of professionals who've come in and provided programs across the year. So we are now into our 14th month, and like I said, it's been a great experience. We've gotten a lot of very positive feedback. The camaraderie in the community has just been wonderful. And so we've developed a lot of strong relationships and really big community support. So we are hoping to be a part of the initiative moving forward, should you all choose to pass the resolution. But I'm certainly happy to answer any questions you all might have and provide you with any additional information.
I just want to make a comment. I've had several of my clients have mentioned they have gone to the ThriveWise 360 with you. And they said it's just well receptive, and so many people enjoy you and the program. And thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome, Tina. Thank you. It's like I said, it's been an honor. I left my job a couple years ago and decided to do what my passion was, and that's really about helping people, and so serving others, and that's what I've been doing for the last 2.5 years through this business.
As the oldest one on council, can I make the motion to approve?
And we'd love to have you, Tim. Yeah. No, absolutely. And like I say, it's just been great. We've felt a sense of community, and it's amazing. And actually, I will say there are a number of people who attend our sessions and have attended. We've really had over 100 people throughout the year, so it's been great. Yeah. All right, well, if there aren't any other questions, certainly I would welcome you all second Monday of the month. Actually, I have the fortunate of having a great network, so next month we do have somebody who's going to talk to us from an arts and culture perspective. We did do a survey, and arts and culture was one of those things that popped up. So we have an executive coming here from the Dayton Art Institute and is going to give us a tour, a virtual tour. I think it's going to be exciting. But that's the quality of program. It's been pretty amazing we've been able to get. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you. Sounds like a great program, and I look forward to hearing what the assessment tells us when that's done. We'll move on to the clerk's report.
You have the council meeting minutes of February 5th, 2026.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
I have an approval for, motion to approve by Mr. Gorman, a second by Mr. Henning. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. And the next one? Both.
That's it.
Okay, all right, well, thank you. All right, we have no old business, and we have some ordinances and resolutions tonight, so clerk, if you'd read our first one.
Clayton Codified Ordinance 351.011 to add a graduated penalty structure for snow emergency parking violations and to clarify enforcement by citation and/or towing and declaring an effective date.
Evening council, evening council and mayor. Basically, staff requests city council to add additional language to our emergency snow parking for COC 351.01. Whoever violates parking during a snow emergency would be guilty of a minor misdemeanor. There would also be graduated offenses as well within a year. So that's what we'd like to do. We've had some problems with people complying with that, and they'll just add some teeth to it as well.
What was the final amount of citations that you issued for the snowstorm at the end of January?
We had issued 10. We had 53. We had 53 violations. We had 10 tows. We couldn't cite anybody because the ordinance doesn't allow us to cite anybody.
But this will correct that.
This will correct that.
Okay.
Numerous jurisdictions, Union, Inglewood, and Brookville, also throughout the state of Ohio, have minor misdemeanors attached to parking during snow emergencies.
All in 2 inches?
2 inches and above, called by the city manager. I don't know what everybody else has, but that is indeed what we have.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion approved by Mr. Gorman, a second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. Read the next one, please.
Ordinance 002-2602, an ordinance amending Part 15, Chapter 1520, Section 1520.01 of the Clayton Codified Ordinances regarding fire hydrant spacing, aligning local requirements with the Ohio Fire Code, authorizing the fire chief to approve reasonable allowances, and establishing an effective date.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So here just to modify the current language for hydrant spacing, trying to make it more in line with what the Ohio Fire Code says, as well as give me some leeway when we're actually putting out spacing. So when we look at commercial property or residential property, right now our code says 300 feet, period. There's no leeway. So when you get to 310 feet, you're going to put another hydrant there 10 feet away from another one. It's not really the best thing to do. We can space those out and say, okay, let's go 301 foot. Now we have none of that. So in residential areas, we don't need every 300 feet. Every 500 feet is sufficient, and fire code allows for that, so we're just aligning with that. But we've been operating that way for several years using judgment. So I just want to bring in our codified ordinance in line with that, so we're doing what's right.
You're the expert on this. I'd move for approval.
Second.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chief. I've got a motion to approve by Mr. Henning and a second by Mr. Gorman. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next one, please.
Ordinance 002-2603, an ordinance declaring the necessity for and approving the appropriation of certain interest in real property for the North Main Street State Route 48 Sidewalk Improvement Project known as MOT 48-20.6, authorizing the law director to file petitions for the appropriation and to deposit the value of the takings and damages, providing for procedural requirements, and declaring an emergency.
All right, looks like we need a motion for an emergency.
I'll move for the emergency per the law director's ask.
I have a motion to approve the emergency by Mr. Henning, and a second by Ms. Kelly. Law Director, do I need to do a roll for this? Okay. Roll call, please.
Okay. Bustos?
Approved?
Henning?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
McDowell?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
And Farmer.
Yes.
I'll move for the motion.
Yep.
I have a motion approved by Mr. Gorman, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes.
Okay.
Next, please.
It's resolutions.
We're moving on to resolutions.
Resolution R 02-2621, a resolution authorizing the city staff to pursue collaboration with the AARP network of age-friendly communities.
Move for a motion?
Oh, the kid on council gets to make the motion now. Huh?
I second it.
Second the motion.
All right, we have a motion approved by Ms. Kelly, second by Mr. Gorman. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next resolution, please.
Resolution R 02-2622, a resolution extending up to and including March 4th, 2027, the previously approved 365-day moratorium on the acceptance and processing of applications for zoning, occupancy, conditional use, and/or building permit approvals for residential care facilities and congregate residential facilities within the city of Clayton, Ohio.
Move for approval. Second.
We have a motion approved by Mr. Henning with a second by Mr. York. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Next resolution, please.
Resolution R 02-2623, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a professional services agreement with Choice One Engineering for design engineering services for the Main Street, State Route 48 Pedestrian Improvement Project Engineering Phase 2, PID 124483, and acknowledging grant funding and local match obligations.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This is Phase 2 of the 48 project, which includes storm and sidewalk and curb. As you guys are aware, this summer starts Phase 1, which runs from Meyer right to Heathcliff. This one takes it from Heathcliff to Old Salem. And this is part of actually a huge project that Harrison is going to start running here in the next few years as well to fill those gaps and put sidewalk everywhere so people stop walking in the streets on Main Street. So this is the Choice One Engineering is the same group that designed Phase 1. So staff has reviewed all their applications and letters of interest, and that's who we came up with.
We get 15 inches of snow. Are they going to clean the sidewalks so the people can walk on them? Randy?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't last time.
I think we have to worry about that again, Randy.
No.
So in the notes, I saw the project is to start 2029?
Correct.
Is that right? And how long do you think it will take to complete
The
that?
completion date is 30. I think might be in the packet, at the back of the packet, but it is 2030.
Okay, thanks. Any other questions?
I'll move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion approved by Mr. Gorman with a second by Mr. York. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. And the last one.
Resolution R 02-2624, a resolution authorizing the city manager to accept a proposal from Titan Commercial Flooring, Inc. for the Meadowbrook Carpet Project, authorizing the execution of related contract documents and authorizing expenditures.
Move for a motion for the resolution authorizing the city manager for the carpet, for Titan Commercial Flooring.
I second it.
All right, we have a motion for approval from Ms. Kelly with a second by Ms. McDowell. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. All right, that wraps up our business. We can move on to Ms. Whitman and the city manager's report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Quite a few items for you this evening. Wanted to circle back with Mr. Henning's request regarding the Rumpke contract date updates. I wanted to provide that the city's current contract with Rumpke began July 1st of 2024 with the initial term running through June 30th of 27. The agreement does include the option for 2 additional one-year renewals, but the city may elect to rebid that if we want to. So I will be coming back to council to discuss this more than likely in the summer to get an idea of if we want to go to rebid, because we'll want to give enough time if we do select another contract. If you remember, the switching out toters and everything was, took a little time, so. Also, let's see here, wanted to give an update on the Northwood project at 40 and Haber. The temporary light was removed and all lanes on 40 are now open. However, the extension, they have extended the shutdown of Haber for a couple additional days. So that will be through this coming Tuesday that they will have Haber Road closed. Also, surveying will take place for the second phase of the Hoke Road project. So residents who are living on that second phase have been notified, but they may see surveyors out checking things out. But they have been notified by the engineer. Also, Mr. Sanders and I, along with American Structure Point, had a positive discussion with Congressman Turner's office this afternoon for the additional phases of Hoke Road and possible funding. So we are looking into that, and we came out feeling good. And again, we'll keep you updated as things come about with that.
Would that be a grant through DDC?
It used to be PDACT, but now it's PA, or what's the acronym? Some other initials, community something, yeah. But it used to be the PDAC grant is what we initially put the application in for. Also, next meeting, did want to mention, you see in my city manager's report that we have been notified that the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2024 was a certificate of achievement of excellence, which we will be bringing to next meeting to recognize Kevin and Mr. Schweitzer and the finance department.
All right, anything else? Anything?
A question? The construction that's going on over by Haber, is the developer paying for that or the city?
You mean running the pipe or running the sewer and water? The developer.
Anything else for the city manager? Okay, thank you, Elaine. I need the list of attendees, or
Before we go on to that, I think it was clear that the minutes for the work session were approved. I think it was clear that the regular session was approved, but I think you need to vote on the minutes for the work session. I think we're bringing that up. But.
yes, okay, all right.
I'll move for approval.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the work session minutes by Mr. Gorman with a second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain?
Okay, roll call?
Bustos? Henning?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
McDowell?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
And Farmer.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Law Director, for pointing that out. Appreciate it. Okay, now I got a list in front of me here of who attended tonight and who wants to speak. So, Earl, I always leave you for last. So I'm training myself to do that. So, all right. Sucks being old. All right. Linda Bloom.
Thank you for allowing me a few minutes to speak. I'm here this evening representing the Northmont Education Foundation. I'm not certain if all of you are aware that Northmont Schools, in conjunction with the Northmont Education Foundation, we have an auction every year. It's a premier event. This year it's going to be held March 6th. It's always held at Meadowbrook because of the premier facility that we have right here. And I do have tickets to sell. The purpose of the auction and of the foundation is to raise funds so that we can award grants and scholarships for the betterment of the Northmont schools and community. We are doing grant awarding, teachers apply for a grant, and it's something that they've seen or heard about that they'd like to try in their classroom that's innovative, that obviously Northmont City Schools can't afford to let everyone just try whatever they think about. So there's a whole application process involved, and our auction helps provide the funding for those grants, as well as people have endowed money for scholarship opportunities as well. So tickets are $30 a piece. We would love to have everyone from Clayton Council be in attendance. It's a great evening. There's a silent auction. There's a live auction. There's things on the auction. Kenny Henning was a premier person who used to donate, before children, used to donate dinner for, I think it was a party of 6 or 8, where he would go into someone's home and cook dinner for their dinner party, and it was wonderful. The auction itself raises about $20,000 a year, and we do that through sponsorships, ticket sales, and obviously the auction. We have football tickets for the Ohio State game. We have all evening long, I walk around as a bag lady with a purse, and we fill up the purse with cash donations, and then without counting the money in the purse, we auction off the purse and all the money. So it's even if you don't purchase anything at any of the tables, it is a great evening to be around community and supporters of the school. So I hope you will all attend and help us raise money for the betterment of the community and the schools. I do have tickets to sell if you're interested.
Thank you. And Elaine, could we please get that on the city's Facebook page? I know that Ms. Kelly and her salon has also donated a lot over the years. So if you've never been before, make sure you go, and it's a good time. You can win a lot of really neat items.
Thank you. Next, I've got Lisa Menker.
Ma'am, if you could please. These are taped and we can't hear you though.
Gotcha. Now, my name's Lisa Menker. I'm on the Clayton Parks Commission. I've been a resident of Clayton for 22 years and practiced as a dental hygienist for 40 years, and I think that the ThriveWise program is awesome. Been to most of them, and I'm just here to support them. I didn't know you were going to vote for it before, so thank you.
All right, thank you. Was that Cheryl Purcell?
Hi, my name is Cheryl Purcell, and I also would like to support the ThriveWise. I've been a member, and I've been very impressed. And second, I am concerned about the property on Westbrook Road between Janus and Taywood. I've talked to you, Ryan, about it a couple times on my doorstep, and I haven't seen any improvement. My concern is it's going to be a trash bundle. And, you know, the property that was starting to be developed and they pulled back.
All the trees removed, yeah.
Well, not all the trees have been removed. It looks like a tornado went through there.
It does.
It's very concerning to me as a resident. When I drive past there, it's like, are you kidding me? I mean, clear the trees and plant some grass. Do something. It looks horrible. So, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Elaine, I think we probably need to talk about that at some point. And
Sure. So that did come to council for rezoning, which did not pass. So I believe, and Colin, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, the Shanghai Enterprises who owns that land, is going to be bringing something back to the Planning Commission here soon with the current zoning. I believe, at least that's a verbal conversation that I've had with.
Can I ask a question too? So in one of my council comments, that was a concern to me because many residents have come forward with the same issue. It does look like a tornado hit it. And I did ask if there's any possible way we can hold them accountable to clear that pathway. Not to mention the fact that since we have the runoff water issue down to Janice place, it's a huge problem. So I did ask that question, and I didn't really get an answer at that time.
I mean, we can look at zoning codes to see what, violation may be in the zoning code with that. But I don't want to confidently speak at this time, but I will look into that.
Yeah, that entire project was just a complete mess because we weren't even aware. I mean, I know you were not city manager at the time. We had a different council, but we weren't aware of what was going on with that. And it is a complete mess. And as stated, residents on Janice are concerned, residents on Lynchmere are concerned. The silk string that was put up is very mediocre as a stretch. So it definitely is a concern.
All right, thank you for that, and thanks for reminding me we talked about it. So I'm on the hot seat on that one. I'll take it. So, all right, next we got, pardon me if I'm not good at reading, Mary Gann? Is that? Oh, that was you, okay, all right. Well, forgive my lack of awareness on that one. So, and then last, I guess we got Earl Harlement.
Well, I'm here representing the Northmont ladies of my planning commission and stuff, that we're going to have our dance now tomorrow night. It starts at 6:30 if you need liquid courage. Dance actually starts at 7. It's over at 9, and the last time we danced until 9:30. And it's a great way to do the AAA here thing, so people can get their hearts going a little faster and keep up with it and everything like that. So, and it's always a great night. It's all free. Everything is free except for the liquid courage. We do have snacks. We do have water. So that's all free. And Willie will bring you up to date on the latest dances, line dances. So when your kids are having weddings, you can get up and dance and scare the kids to death because you'll know all the dances. But it's a great time, and it's a lot of fun, and your heart will satisfy yourself afterwards because you will get out there and dance. He does not let you sit. He's just a different kind of individual, and I'll tell you what, he's very good. And it costs us nothing. He does all that free. He brings all of his equipment. He brings all of his sound equipment, everything, and everything that night is free from him.
But there is a tip jar for him. Don't forget. There's a tip jar for him.
Oh, we have a tip jar. Yeah, we run around with a tip jar. But if you want to tip, you can. If you don't want to tip, you don't have to. But it's a real good evening, and it's a nice thing. And it's always good to get into the Middlebrook and walk around and see how Middlebrook is, because you never know. One of your kids might decide to get remarried or something and needs a place to have a wedding. Hold it. I think I had a couple kids had already done. So, but anyhow, it's a great evening, guys. And I was going to bring an extra pair of shoes. My wife is no longer with me. I was going to bring a pair of shoes so I could give you a pair of shoes if you couldn't find it. So if you call me, I'll bring a pair of shoes for you. So thank you. We'll have a great evening, guys.
All right, thank you, Earl. Always a pleasure. Okay, Feel free to podium if you have something else to say. And that was my next question. Anybody else? So.
I didn't sign in, but I'd like to say a few words.
Sir, your name and address, please.
My name is Tim Holman, Holmen.
What's your address?
6342 Sherry, Cheri, Lynn, Lynne Drive.
That's fine. Thank you.
Welcome. Yes, I would like to say I've been blessed with being a resident of the city of Clayton for 35 years from the time that it's formed. And I believe in being active in community events and helping to make the community a better place to live. When the city of Clayton was first formed, I was on the Charter Commission and helped write the charter. And then when we had to do a review to update it to make sure it was accurate, I helped out with that. I was also on the Parks Advisory Commission, and those are just a few of the things that I helped out with in the community to try to help make it a better place. And I want to commend Mary for the ThriveWise events that she's been running. I've been to all of those events, and I think that if we get that up and going, it'll be a great event for the city of Clayton, another positive event. So I just wanted to bring that up to say thank you for her efforts and to mention that, you know, I'm going to continue to do whatever I can to help out the city and keep it a good place to live. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your service to the community. All right, on to the council and mayor's comments. Ms. Bustos, you want to start us out tonight?
Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate seeing everybody from the community come out. I know it means a lot to us to have you here. I learned a lot about ThriveWise that I didn't know, and now I feel like I need to come over and check that out, so thank you very much. Linda, you had me when you said purse with money. Walking around putting money in a purse, you have no idea my affliction for purses. So that sounds like an exciting event, and I look forward to going to for the first time. Everybody has enjoyed this little tiny break from winter that we've had this week. I know we've been out cleaning the yard, and it's not been fun, but at least it's nice out, so it's been great. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Henning?
I think you'll hear a lot from us tonight, Mary, thanking you for the work you do. And, you know, we appreciate your work that you've done in regards to Clayton now becoming an approved by council aging community. And the information that you provided tonight is very helpful. A reminder for anybody watching this meeting or anybody in the audience that the Ohio homestead exemption, the adjusted gross income for that cannot exceed. It was raised last year to $38,600, and it shields approximately only $26,000 to $28,000 of your home's market value. Obviously, I think we could all agree to live at what was $36,000 and now is $38,600, which is a little over $3,000 a month, is extremely hard. And I want to commend Senator Kyle Kaler for introducing Senate Bill 356, which would double the exemption for seniors and disabled veterans. I would ask that we follow that bill. And Mary, I would ask that when that bill goes to committee in Columbus, you go and speak on its behalf, explaining the importance. I think you have a lot of individuals that attend your monthly meetings, and you could speak on their behalf, not only as someone who does these meetings, but also as a retired Premier Healthcare executive, the importance of increasing that, because to live at $3,000 a month in 2026 is just mind-blowing. And we see all the time individuals saying that property taxes are too high and how can seniors afford to stay in their homes. And it's something that's very important. So I'd ask that anybody here and everybody on council pay attention to that. And I'll repeat it. It's Senate Bill 356 here in the state of Ohio. I wanted to also thank Linda Bloom for coming tonight and speaking about the Northmont Education Foundation auction. It's something that is near and dear to my heart for the reasons you stated earlier, and I look forward to getting back to becoming more active with the foundation once my kids are a little older. Having seen firsthand the work that it does for teachers and the grants they provide for classroom assets is just amazing. And then also, obviously, the senior scholarships. And I have two last things. Legacy Batting opened up behind TJ Chumps. If anybody knows someone who plays baseball in high school, or even we're very lucky that we have some Clayton graduates who are going to college to play baseball on a collegiate level. When they're here in town for the holidays and stuff, we now have a place for them to go and exercise and do something recreational right here in our Northmont community. So thank you to the Bowman family for opening up that Legacy Batting cages. Great use of that space. And then finally, it was news today that was very hard for, so many of us that knew her, but Miss Christine Kettler passed away. And having known Chris and John, I can just say that they are reunited in heaven. Longtime residents on Morrow Drive, just amazing residents. Chris was a retired Northmont teacher. She taught at the middle school while I was there, and longtime Precious Blood parishioners with us and Mr. Gorman. So hated to see that, but the only thing that does bring some happiness to just such a sad situation. She lived such a long life, is that her and John are reunited. But it's always heartbreaking when we lose such longtime Clayton residents. So prayers to the Kettler family.
Thank you, Mr. Henning. Mr. Gorman?
Yeah, I would like, excuse me, I would like to thank Mary for coming on the age-friendly concept, and as well as Earl for his information on the party tomorrow night. And Earl, you said you were dancing till 9:30. You yourself or the people at the party were? Yeah, I know. I got those kind of legs too, Earl. But it gets us out of that dancing stuff, so that's not too bad, Other than that, I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the meeting, and that's all I have tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Gorman. Ms. McDowell?
Good evening. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge Black History Month and the significant contribution that African Americans have made to our country. Additionally, I would like to honor the life of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson. I'd also thank ThriveWise for coming, and I look forward to attending one of those meetings. I have not been. And I look forward to going to the Northmont Foundation auction. I will be there as well. And I also will be at the Legacy Baton on their opening as well. And just a little note, if you have any concerns about the city, please reach out to the council or to the mayor. And remember to support and help your neighbors.
Thank you. Ms. Kelly?
With all the people that have come up and talked about your program. And I think it's just going to get larger now that people know and now that we can get this out with the community. Thank you again for that. Northmont Foundation auction, I've been there many a times. Thank you, Linda, for coming tonight to make everyone aware how important it is and where the money goes to and the scholarships. Continue to please support your local Northmont community and your schools. And then last but not least, I'm so excited that we are going to be getting carpet in Meadowbrook, because my goodness, we're having a dance tomorrow night. I know it's not going to be done tomorrow night, but there's a lot of times where some of the carpet was coming up and I was in fear people were going to trip. So not to mention, I'm so excited about it, but we have a local company that we chose to put the carpet in. I happen to know them. They do a great service to our community, and they are great installers. So thank you for having local people do our work. That's it.
Thank you, Ms. Kelly. Mr. York?
Yeah, I think I'll keep it short and just echo everyone's comments about the presentations tonight. Thank you for coming out. It's exciting to hear about all the activities happening at Meadowbrook so far this year, with the only being a month and a half into the year. I think it's great. I hope everyone utilizes the space as much as possible. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And going last, it sort of leaves me with not a lot to say, as everyone has already said it. But I do want to say I'm excited to see that the ThriveWise program is thriving at Meadowbrook. It's exciting to see. Any kind of event we can have going at Meadowbrook on a regular basis, that's great. I'm going to do my best, Linda, to attend the North Mine Education Foundation auction. It'll be a first-time experience for me. Hope I'm not roped into having to sponsor anything, but we'll see. Who knows? I'll buy a ticket. All right. So, and then finally, everyone's talking about dancing tomorrow night. Go out and have a good time tomorrow night at Meadowbrook, and it's free. So come on out and have a good time.
Yeah, Mayor, excuse me again, I forgot something else, and that was to acknowledge Kevin Schweitzer on his award again this year. It's old hat. He's but Kevin does a great job for the city and tonight.
And I'll echo that. Mr. Schweitzer does a great job for us. Keeping that high standard makes it much easier for us to interface with county and state finances, for sure. So with that, I was informed by the law director we have need of an executive session this evening.
I'll move for executive. Oh.
For the purpose of discussing pending litigation.
I'll move for executive session per what the law director said in regards to litigation.
I'll second a short executive session, as you said, Joyce.
All right, I have a motion for executive session, to go into executive session by Mr. Henning, a second by Mr. Gorman, and we'll need a roll call for that.
Ms. Bustos? Yes. Henning?
Yes.
Gorman?
Yes.
McDowell?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes.
York?
Yes.
And Farmer?
Yes. So we'll adjourn for executive session.
Yes.
I'm all ready. I can do it.
Let's see if they wanna, got 3 more back there that's gonna come up. Yeah. Sir?
Oh, well, that's okay. If they're gonna do it,
Okay.
that's fine.
But there's 2 more back there too.
Because that way I'd be done and I wouldn't have to worry about it. You need tickets, Patty? Your wife?
Well, I guess your road's gonna be closed a little longer than we thought, huh?
What's the, do you know the lady's name that got up and spoke about the place that looked like a disaster?
Yes, her name was,
I just wanted to follow up.
where is it at? It should have been,
I did so well until I got to her, and then I get distracted and started talking right.
Wyatt? Oh, here it is. Yes. Yeah, it takes Mr. Gorman forever to get down there. You got a second? Cheryl Pressel, P-E-R-S-E-L. Yeah. And I'll see if I can find any more out. I might be able to see it on the signature sheet.
Did I give you two? No, not yet.
Do you have the bag for that?
Yep.
Okay.
What you have on is fine.
All together?
All together.
Perfect, thank you.
We'll be in jeans, other people will be, you know, professional, whatever. Thank you. Yeah. Yep, it's not on the bottom. Oh, right now? Yeah. Oh, we're going to two different ones? Yeah, I know. Oh, you do? Should I put my name on both or not? Yeah. you can put your name on both. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Yep, it's gonna be a great night. There you go.
What I started saying is, that's why I'm gonna start going to those things. Good. But when we moved into Copperfield Place a couple of years ago, I'm just gonna put my own stuff on. Yeah, that's fine. I have some, I mean, they're not. Fine art, but I have some really nice pictures that are in the closet because there's no place to put them. Maybe one day. I don't know, I'm just unlucky.
Right. Yeah, I'll take a look and see if.
And feel free to say, you know, you don't want it.
Yeah, okay.
But I have probably. No, you.
Wow. I do. Okay.
You know where.
I do. Yeah, I don't know where. Up at the back.
offer that I put on your chair the last meeting about the, registering for your, with the state? Yes, thank you. Good, thank you. Sorry, I still haven't everything done. Because you had only had 15 days, that's why I want to make sure. Is it really? No?
Okay, we're back. Can we get a motion to return from executive session?
I make a motion we return from executive session.
Second.
Have a motion to return by Mr. Gorman, second by Mr. Henning. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion adjourned by Mr. Gorman, second by Ms. Kelly. All in favor? Opposed? This meeting is adjourned.